Now it is time for your news by the numbers. There's no talking heads, there's no smoking guns, there's no talking points, it's just the raw numbers. And tonight's number is 1,000. The number of bridges that could collapse in this year, today, tomorrow, yesterday, hell, we don't know. These bridges are known as what you call it's critical. These are what you call critical bridges. They're factually critical. They're created this way, tactically critical, rated this way by the federal government. And what that basically means is these bridges, if nothing is done, will collapse. Similar to the Seattle bridge, which collapsed last week, because an oversized trucks ran into one of the steel trusses on there, the steel poles. These bridges and there's other bridges that are deemed structurally okay, but they can fall apart if a critical spot is hit. Now, we spent $27 billion on highway projects in the stimulus package. And of that $27 billion, only about $3 billion went to bridges and fixing the bridges in this country. Now, the thousands of bridges that collapsed. Now, this is the haha part, the parts you need to stay tuned for. This is the part that I left out of the headline on purpose, right? Because all these bridges, the 1,000 bridges that I'm talking about, can all collapse if one particular part of the bridge is touched or hit, or there's one area, that is hit. For example, like the Seattle bridge, that one pipe that it hit basically caused a whole bridge to collapse. This can happen in a lot of other places as well. And it really sort of speaks volumes as to why we're not doing enough in this country to really invest in our infrastructure. Our infrastructure is failing. It's falling apart. It's dilapidated, I think is the best word for it. And we've seen nothing, and there's been nothing done. Usually around this part, in this town, building bridges and building highways is really something that's bipartisan because everybody wins. You create jobs, people get bridges in their district, it makes everybody happy. Not under this austerity, this gung-ho austerity Congress that we've seen from the Republican Party. In their Congress, they'd rather just do absolutely nothing and say this is a measure of austerity. But at the same time, people continue to suffer and more people can die. Thousands can die, can be killed. It could cripple the trade of this country. Think about what happens if the San Francisco Bay Bridge falls or collapses. You can cripple trade moving to and from San Francisco. That's millions of dollars, probably billions of dollars. This can be fixed if we decide to get to work and fix it. Sadly, our Congress wants to do nothing. So the number tonight is 1,000. The 1,000 bridges that could collapse if Congress decides to do nothing.